Welcome back. St. Lucia joined the rest of the world on the 1st of December to commemorate World AIDS Day. The 2020 theme is Global Solidarity, Shared Responsibility. 2020 marks 35 years since St. Lucia registered its first documented case of HIV.
According to UNAIDS 2019 figures, there are 38 million people across the globe with HIV/AIDS. As of September 2020 in St. Lucia, there are 834 people known to be living with HIV. Only 349 of those people are taking treatment for HIV. Senior Medical Officer of the Infectious Diseases Unit, Dr. Gail Gajada, says St. Lucia has come a long way since 1985, from a period where the only treatment on offer was multivitamin.
Now we have antiretroviral treatment, also known as HIV medication, that allows persons who are infected with HIV to live well and live long. We have rapid testing for HIV. A finger prick, a few drops of blood, and 15 minutes is all it takes to determine whether you may be infected with HIV. Persons can get assessment and treatment at our public sexual and reproductive health clinics or privately from physicians who are experienced in HIV management. Testing can be requested at any of our community wellness centers or at our partner civil society organizations such as United and Strong Incorporated and the St. Lucia Planned Parenthood Association.
Gajada says that while St. Lucia has made strides in testing and treatment, stigma and discrimination regarding HIV continues.
Remember, no one is immune to HIV. You do not get HIV from touching, kissing, hugging, handshakes, sharing food, sharing a seat. But if you are sexually active and do not use condoms, you are at risk for getting HIV. There is a well-known saying, man knows thyself. You are responsible for yourself. Protect yourself. If you have HIV and have not started treatment, we are available to get you started. Testing is free and treatment is free.
The international community committed to ending the AIDS epidemic as a public health threat by 2030, an ambitious target for the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development adopted by the United Nations General Assembly in September of 2015. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
The development and use of agro-processing techniques in the quest to diversify the island's agriculture sector and add value to locally grown produce has advanced yet again with the commissioning of an agro-processing plant in Babono. The facilities are under the command of the St. Lucia Network of Rural Women Babono Cluster.
Of actively creating space for all interested persons to work with us here.
Indicating that this new investment signals opportunities, the Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Physical Planning, Natural Resources and Cooperatives, Honorable Ezekiel Joseph, challenges the people of Babono to utilize the plant efficiently.
I have the fullest confidence that this place is going to be utilized properly. I have the fullest confidence. But of course, you have to take a number of things into consideration. One is how you manage it to bring the benefits that is so much necessary for you all. That's important. The management structure of this facility. To the question of food safety.
The Sandals Foundation made a donation to the Salvation Army in an effort to rescue the holidays. The managing director of Sandals St. Lucia explained that the monies given were to ensure that the Salvation Army is able to provide the normal cheer that they do annually.
In keeping with the true meaning of Christmas, the Sandals Foundation on Tuesday reaffirmed its support to the Salvation Army's annual distribution of meals on Boxing Day. Every Christmas, the Salvation Army hosts a luncheon for at least 100 underprivileged individuals. This year, however, due to COVID-19, this will not be possible. Managing Director of Sandals St. Lucia, Winston Anderson, however, informed that while a buffet may not be possible, the underprivileged will not be left hungry.
So instead of gathering together to serve the meals ourselves, as we often do, I am proud to share with you that our friends in Castries will still be fed. And so we will be preparing, as we always do, 150 we can get it to these folks as we often do. We're proud to do that.
The Salvation Army has also placed kettles in specific spots in the city, hoping that it will lure citizens to donate in order for more supplies to be provided for the homeless and underprivileged during the Christmas season. Corps Officer Major Derek Mitchell explained that due to COVID-19, donations have dropped by 50%.
What we've been doing is making a direct appeal to the good people of St. Lucia. Wherever they see a kettle, we're asking to make a donation. The Salvation Army is one of the venerable organizations here in St. Lucia. We're the first social organization in the world, and we have been consistently assisting people. So organizations like Sandals have been our partners for many years, and we just want to thank them again today for what they've been doing.
The Sandals Foundation donated a check to the Salvation Army to assist them in procuring much-needed supplies for the underprivileged. Sandals has been contributing to the organization for 27 years and has vowed to continue helping in whatever way they can. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzaga.
The Consumer Affairs Department is encouraging consumers to understand their hire purchase agreements prior to signing any documents. The word of caution comes as the Christmas season is upon us and consumers hastily make purchases during this time.
The signs are clear. Buying on credit spreads the cost of an item over a period of time. A comfort for the customers. But the Consumer Affairs Department is concerned that the terms and conditions of hire purchase agreements are not fully read and understood. This has led to misinterpretation of the law.
Let's say a store, for example. He or she goes into the store, identifies the product. To complete the transaction, the clerk prints out the agreement and says to the customer, sign here, sign here, sign here. Very few consumers will read what they are signing on to. Others will just sign.
Hire purchase transactions are governed by the Consumer Credit Act, Cap 13.15, and all agreements must be in keeping with this legislation. Subject to Section 26 within this legislation, the owner may exercise his or her right to recover unpaid goods.
Under a hire purchase agreement, the good does not belong to the consumer until the final payment is made. And so, if there has been a breach of contract or a consumer has failed to make the monthly payments, the owner has the right to repossess his or her goods. However, this can be done only after the owner has given the consumer 21 days notice in writing of his or her intention to repossess. The owner must also give the consumer a period of not less than 10 days after the notice has been served to come in and make a payment. Now, if the consumer has already paid more than 70% of the hire purchase price, the owner cannot repossess without obtaining a court order. However, if less than 70% of the hire purchase price has been paid, once the owner has given the consumer sufficient notice in writing, the goods can be recovered or repossessed.
The Consumer Affairs Department is providing additional education on hire purchase and other consumer-related transactions at the office on the corner of Miko and Coral Street in Castries. Consumers are encouraged to know their rights and responsibilities. Marvin St. Louis, reporting from the Ministry of Commerce.
Stay with us, the latest weather forecast is coming up.